Hello everyone, my name is KelSounds and this is episode 3 of Faceplant Sound Design Utilities. And so far we have covered the remap, the lower limit and upper limit, and today we're going to be covering what scale does. And before we do, I'm going to do a quick recap here. So for episode 1, we covered the remap utility, and remap pretty much allows you to have a specific value when you're modulating something, anything inside of Faceplant, or even if you're modulating another modulator. Episode 2, we covered the lower limit and upper limit, and this basically just clamps the values of a modulator. So as you can see here, the first LFO is like a triangle wave, and we went ahead and clamped those values and made some sort of like square wave almost with both the lower limit and upper limit. And by the way, the LFO is in bipolar mode, so it's going above and below the zero crossing, and that's how we're modulating this sync. So once again, this LFO is modulating lower limit, and then this lower limit is modulating upper limit, so these are combining, and then this upper limit is modulating the sync. And since we're covering scale, I went ahead and just messed around with this a little bit earlier, so just to kind of get an idea of like how to use scale. But I have this preset here, and I grabbed some MIDI from Cymatics, and this is what the preset sounds like. But I'm pretty much using the scale to scale the output of the curve modulator, and then the scale is then modulating the oh, I have this set up all wrong. Okay, so this is supposed to be like this. Hold on, okay, yeah, I have this set up wrong. So this curve is supposed to be modulating this to scale the output of this modulator, and then this is supposed to be modulating the semi-cent at 50%. And this is in bipolar mode. I'm going to go ahead and switch it back to unipolar mode. And so as I turn down the multiplier down here to 0.1, it makes the effect a little bit less aggressive. But yeah, I'm actually just gonna restart here. And before we go over the scale and what it does, I'm gonna go ahead and read the documentation on the Kilohearts website, just so you can get a better idea of what scale is doing. Okay, so here we have scale on the Kilohearts documentation. It says, adjust the output of another modulator with the scale modulator by moving the white handle vertically. You can use the bottom multiplier control to change the order of magnitude. Remember that you can modulate the scale factor when relevant. So yeah, I'm going to grab my analog generator. So if I have this LFO here, and let's say I have this going at like 50% or something, just for example purposes, then I have the output of this being sent to the scale. This LFO is being displayed inside of the scale. And then if I go ahead and turn up the multiplier, as you can see, it pretty much adjusts the output by multiplying the output. Then of course I can always turn it down. These settings you can't really adjust, so it's 0.001, 0.01, 0.1, then you have 1 and 10, 100, and then 1,000. So you can't really like specifically adjust those. But that's okay because they can still come in handy for a lot of different things. I'm going to try and create a sound with this using 2 analog generators, and we're going to use the scale to modulate the semi-cent. So I'm going to do 50%, and then I'm going to come to the second analog generator and do negative 50%. And then I want this to be like a one-shot thing. I'm going to come over here to note trigger. Oh, go ahead and drag this up. I'm going to come over here to the note trigger, right click on that, and then I'm going to hit always trigger from note on. Then I'm going to turn the LFO off, do this sort of shape, something like this, turn the rate up. And so that's a little bit too much for me. I'm going to go ahead and adjust the scale to 0.1. And then I'm also going to just put this inside of a group. And then I'm going to make another group. And just for fun, I'm going to actually add a random. I'm going to turn off the rate right click the trigger input, and for the voice mode, I'm going to hit independent. Each voice will be seeded with a unique random sequence. So when each note is being played, it'll have like a different value for each MIDI note here. And what I want to do is modulate the phase of our analog generators. So I'm going to go ahead and do that by 100% here. Make sure that is down. Just went ahead and set that up really quickly. I'm just going to mess with the scale. And yeah, there we go. That's just one way to use scale. And in this case, I use it on the semi-cent on the generators. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what you could do with scale. And of course, you can use it in different ways as well. There's probably a bunch of different techniques out there that you can use. But this is just what I was able to come up with while messing around with it. It's a pretty cool little effect. Yeah, it just gives you that much more control over the output of your modulators. So I think I'm going to mess with this a little bit more really quickly. yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Adios.